Hello, welcome everybody. Today we will discuss class 10 chapter 2 science acid bases and salts. What is acid? Physical characteristics. It tastes in sour taste and change the color of blue litmus paper into red. pH value is always less than the 7. What is pH value? We will discuss later. Examples are some HCl, H2SO4, HNO3 are some example of a strong acids. So what is the litmus paper? Litmus paper just inform us the acid about the acid and bases by changing its color when it's come in contact with the acid or base. So litmus paper, what is litmus? Is extracted from a lichen, a plant belongs to Thylophyta. Then other indicators are like turmeric, methyl orange, phenolphthalein, etc. Many other examples are like methane violet is also an example of indicator. One more type of indicator is that is olfactory indicators. These are some substances which change odor when it's come in contact with acidic and basic media are called olfactory indicators. So, and chemically how we will identify our acids when it gives the H plus ions in aqueous solution, as for example HCl, when it's dissolved in H2O, then it gives H plus ion and Cl minus, and this H plus ion further reacts with the water and it will give hydronium ion H3O plus, which is also known as hydronium ion. This reaction is exothermic. What is the exothermic reaction? Exothermic reaction is called when large amount of heat is dissolved in the reaction is known as exothermic reaction. Okay. I will discuss an indicator acid and bases. The litmus paper turns red. A blue litmus paper turns red when it comes in contact with acidic medium, and red litmus paper turns into blue when it comes in contact with the base. Similarly, methyl orange is also becomes red in acidic medium and yellow in basic medium. Phenolphthalein remains colorless in acidic medium and it becomes pink in basic medium. Okay, so you can see a pH range which starts from 0 and to 14. Its colors are also in your textbook. You can refer this one for better pictorial representation. 0 is strongly acidic and this color is around red and it's shift to the light yellow to dark yellow. The 7 is the neutral, it's a light green, and again it's after the 7 it will be basic dark green to blue and then violet color and dark violet. It's up to 14. So this is the pH range. It's a German word. pH comes from Phoenix. So now we will discuss some acid and metal reactions. Generally, acid and metal reactions gives us salt plus liberation of hydrogen gas. Example, NaOH. When you put a NaOH aqueous solution in a test tube and put some zinc granules, then a salt will come in, sodium zincate, and the hydrogen gas will liberate. And similarly, when we put H2SO4 and zinc granules, then zinc sulfate and hydrogen gas will liberate. Acid and base reaction will always gives us a salt and water. NOH is basic, NaCl is acidic, and the reaction of these both acid and bases gives a NaCl, which is a salt, and H2O water. Now we will see metal carbonate and metal hydrogen carbonate reaction with acid. Metal carbonates Na2CO3 is a carbonate, sodium carbonate, and when reacts with the hydrochloric acid, it will gives sodium chloride, H2O, and carbon dioxide gas. This and bicarbonate, in case sodium bicarbonate, when reacts with the hydrochloric acid, it gives a sodium chloride and H2O plus CO2, carbon dioxide. Similarly way, whenever calcium hydroxide is reacted with a gaseous carbon dioxide which is flown over it, then it will give calcium carbonate plus water. Calcium hydroxide, as you know, is lime water. Calcium carbonate is further, and it will again react with the flowing CO2 and becomes a calcium hydrocarbonate. Calcium hydrocarbonate which is soluble in water. Okay, I hope you can understand. Further we will discuss metal carbonate and metal hydrogen carbonate. A simple formula plus acid is equal to salt plus CO2 plus H2O. So you have to remember it. Acid and base reaction. Acid and base reaction we have already studied. The salt and water, NaOH plus HCl, NaCl plus H2O. This reaction is also known as neutralization reaction, because acid wants to neutralize the base and base want to neutralize the this why both are in opposite in nature. That's why it is known as neutral reaction of metallic oxide with acids. Okay, metallic oxide and acid reacts gives us salt and water. Example, copper oxide plus 2 HCl, hydrochloric acid will give copper chloride and H2O. It's a green color. You often see your electrical carrying wire of copper wire or aluminum wire. You can see a green or blue color of substance deposited on this. It mainly happens in your rainy season. So it's a practical example of this kind of reaction. A reaction of non-metallic with a base, calcium hydroxide plus CO2, CaCO3, calcium carbonate plus water. Base, what is base? As in similar manner, which gives OH minus ions when dissolved in water, and sodium hydroxide plus H2O, Na plus OH minus. Strong bases are those which gives large amount of concentration of OH minus, and strong acids are those which gives a large concentration of H plus ion. Rest we will see in next part, part 2. Okay, thanks. Wait for the next part. If you have any doubt and queries, write in comment. I will try to rectify it. Thank you.